Hello everyone and welcome to this week's match of the week in the UPSL's Atlanta Caribbean League. A massive game is on tap for today as defending champions Yardaz FC goes up against derby rivals Seas Jamaica FC in a match with all sorts of league and national qualification implications. Yardaz come into this match on 12 points, just 3 points off the leaders Atlanta Generals, but Seas are on 13 points, coming into this match with every chance to go pole position with maximum points depending on other results in the table. With so much to play for in this match for both teams, the stage was set for this vital encounter. On paper, this was an even match which mirrored the results from the last season when Seas finished just behind Yardaz for the league title. At kickoff, you could already see the determination from both sides as they tried to get the early advantage. But Seas were the first with an opportunity in the opening minutes with a free kick, but the Seas keeper had it well underhand. Later in the half, Yardaz came close to an opener when the long free kick found the head of an unmarked Yardaz forward who was just a whisker away from scoring a thrilling opener. The follow-up attempt was well wide and the match remained scoreless. The match had a certain pace about it, with both teams getting pressure well forward. In this segment of action, Seas manages a good chance after approach play from the left, but only the shot back across goal lacked the necessary quality. Yardaz had the next chance on a free kick, but the final ball was just beyond the reach of a streaking and unmarked Yardaz forward on the back post. The match was a thriller minute, and it was hard to see who might make the first scoring mark in the match. Here's a close one from Seas with a one-on-one with the keeper that was snuffed out at the last moment. But that breakthrough would come from the foot of Davian Davis with the captain's goal from a free kick, and Yardaz had the vital lead they were so looking to have. A replay shows that the placement of the shot avoided all contact, and perhaps the keeper didn't have a proper view as he stood frozen to the spot as the ball hit the back of the net. The second half brought more of the same type of high-pace action, and Yardaz got an early break in the half when a quick counter found them with numbers in the Seas box, and it was again Captain Fantastic Davian Davis with a skillful touch that put Yardaz up 2-0 and a mountain for Seas to climb now. The replay shows how Davis found himself in space with the time to again place his shot, this time in open play. Yardaz all but confirmed victory later in the half as Seas were pressing for a goal. Yardaz again hit on the break when Kamar Brown fought forward, then dispatched a shot that the Seas keeper could not keep out, and Yardaz now had a commanding 3-0 lead with very little time left. The replay shows the determination of Brown as he was determined to turn and shoot with accuracy to get the goal. Very late in the match, Seas did not give up. They continued to push for a consolation but could only get a half chance in the dying moments as the game slipped away. Frustration may have played a role in injury time when the Seas keeper fouled an on-rushing Yardaz forward, earning himself a red card, putting Seas down to 10 men deep in injury time. But that would be the last drama of the match as the final whistle would blow and Yardaz had a vital win in their bid to qualify for the UPSL Nationals and vie to defend their league championship. Captain Davian Davis, Coach Everton Bunsey, and manager Chris Bell spoke to us post-match about the victory.
We got Davian Davis here. Pretty good win today, a very vital win in a massive game. What's your impression of the game today for your club?
Okay, impression. The game, it was a good game. That's a rivalry team. It's always been a close game with them. This is the first time we beat them by a 3-0 margin. But pretty much, we know it's a win-win situation for us. We can't lose any more games, so we have to play hard. We have to win all the rest of our games because we're looking at the bigger things, better things.
Yeah. What do you think this will do to the morale as you get close to the Nationals that are coming up?
The morale of our team as the week go by, we pretty much we're gelling as a team, and we're coming together in our own because after all, we're the defending champions. We won last year. So we're not the defending champions for no reason. We're defending champions for a reason. So we just playing our own style of football, Yardaz football, and just doing our best out there.
And 2 goals today for you. How did that feel?
Yeah, 2 goals. I mean, usually, last week I missed a couple chances, but this week I told them, I said, guys, I made up for those chances. And I told them, they will come when it's important, when we really need it. This is a good team, but as you can see, we're a better team. And then once we play together as a unit, that's all that matters.
Right. And what are your chances for the league championship now? Are you getting within a point or two of the leaders of Atlanta Generals?
Yeah, the leaders, Atlanta General, we should be even on points now, but the thing is, I think we have a game in hand, and we have more goals. So winning it out, we should be at the top of the table. So, that's our goal, that's our aim, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks a lot for taking time to talk to us. Look forward to the next match. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we got Everson here from Yardaz. Good result today. What's your first of all, I want to get your impressions of the match for your team.
Well, my team wins, so it's a good thing for me, it's a good impression on the game. And we play totally well football for all 90 minutes, I pressed them, we forced them to make mistakes, and we capitalized on our chances, and we came out on top, and which is great for us,
Yeah, what do you think that was the difference in the game? Was it that first goal that got you? You're like you say, you're in control for most of the match, but was that really the clincher when you got that first goal?
Yeah, that first goal, it made me gain more confidence going forward, because we know we got to beat this team to go above them,
Right, yeah. So, and what does this victory mean? You had to beat them. It was a critical game for the league table.
Well, it means a lot to my team personally, and the performance was off the chain, We haven't performed for the season like this, But it takes a good opponent to bring the best out of you, So that's what it is. It means a lot to me.
Right. So it's on to next week and another week of action. What do you think this will carry over in a positive way, obviously?
Yeah, definitely. We have to take this in a positive way, going to every game. We got to treat every game like this game, We're not, because some of the opposition lesser than some, we treat it a different kind of way, but we're going to treat it every way, and I will get them to treat it that way, As long as I keep pressing what I want, it's going to happen.
Yeah, because that can be the thing. They can have a letdown after a really good victory like this, but I can see from your attitude you're not going to let
honestly,
that happen.
I used to play the game, so I know about that, So it's my job to keep these guys their foot on the pedal,
Right.
Keep on working hard and never give up for what you want, Because we're looking forward to this, Definitely.
Yeah. Well, good result. Thanks for taking time to talk to us, and we look forward to the next match.
Not a problem, man.
All right, impressive. Here's a Chris Bell from Yardaz. Great result today in a critical match. First of all, let's get your impressions of the match itself.
I think it was a great game. The opponent Seas, they're a rival team. We beat them the first game. This is a return leg. So we kind of thought that they were going to come out real aggressive, real one to beat us, because this game was important as far as moving forward, because next week is going to be a cutoff to who moves on to the conference.
Right.
So we couldn't afford to lose this game today, because Seas needed it too. Whichever team won today would have a better chance of going to the conference.
Right. Do you think that was a factor going into the game, having that knowledge that, because of the scheduling changes that had to happen to make it to the Nationals, this game was a must-win?
It was a must-win, and it was really important. All the managers been doing all the matches all week, and I'm pretty sure Loggy from Seas, he tried to bring out his best players, all his players, and I did the same thing. I'm only missing one key striker, but we came out with all the key players that we really needed to win the game, and we pulled it off.
Right. So what do you think was the real factor or the key factor in the game that led to victory for you guys? Was it that first goal, or was it something else?
Well, the first goal was very important, and that kind of gave us a little cushion. We started playing more composed. So yeah, we could say that, but most importantly, what we saw the players did today for the first time, they played together. We saw 10 touches going back and forth, more than once. Since the season started, it's the first time we've seen that. So the coach is doing a great job as far as his speeches, and you get the guys ready. And total football, like you talked about, they displayed it today for the first time.
All right. So have you seen that progression from the beginning of the season to now, a steady improvement?
Absolutely, it gets better. Just like you said, it gets better every week. And if we can get all our players out each week, it can only be glorious for us.
All right, so there's another week of action. Hopefully there won't be a letdown. How do you propose to prevent that letdown from happening with your players now that they've had a great victory today?
Well, we just got to keep them focused, myself and the coach, you know, because when we practice, we talk a lot of stuff, you know. So we just got to keep them focused, keep them on the phones, you know, keep them on our chat rooms, get them prepared, keep them from injuries. And like I said, as long as they show up, Yardaz should be a contender as far as winning this year.
Good deal, good deal. Well, thanks for taking time out to talk to us. We look forward to the next match, man. Thanks a lot for coming by.
In other league action, Inferno FC asserted themselves in a demolition of FC Stone Mountain by the score of 10-0. Atlanta Generals defeated Vaha Athletic 2-0, and Sambo FC fell to Reno FC 2-1. In the league table, Atlanta Generals stay in pole position with that victory over Vaha, with Inferno FC and Yardaz FC close behind, both on 15 points, but Yardaz with a game in hand to play against Vaha. It's a very tight race, not only for qualification for the Nationals, which will go to the team in first place later this month, but the race for the league championship seems to be a 5-horse race, and qualification for the President's Cup, which goes to places 3 and 4, is also tight. Stay with us for the rest of the season as we will bring you more highlights and action from the Atlantic Caribbean Division of the UPSL.